Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cece and this is Cece Makeup. Alright, so just to get right into it, I am going to be reviewing the Revlon Candid foundations and concealers. I also have Wet and Wild highlighter, and I also have a shadow that I bought from my local Walmart by Profusion Spectrum. I'm going to be trying that. Stay tuned. I've already got my brows together here, and I've used the concealer here to go ahead and highlight and to use a base, carve my brows out and get the good things like that. And now I am going to get into this Profusion palette. Alright guys, so I am going to go ahead and get into this palette. Now I'm going to use this pink color, and to me the color starts off highly pigmented, but one thing I did learn once I start to blend in the shadows, they start to kind of like fade away, so it's kind of like a dusty thing, if you get my drift. Also, the concealers that I use to carve my brow and also use as a base for my shadows, the concealers were quite thin. They were more of a watery texture, which I do not like. I like a more full coverage. So for me, the concealers already had me at a no. If you want to see the rest of the video and the look that I came up with and the rest of my opinions, go ahead and stay tuned. So this blue that I went into, I really thought that it was going to give me life, like for real. And I try not to judge drugstore palettes because I have bomb palettes that are drugstore brand, so I don't judge them. But at this point, I got to judge. I am definitely not feeling this palette. At this point, into the shadows, I'm definitely turned off, but I'm doing it for the sake of the video. I have to literally go back into this shadow like 6-7 times, and I just feel like that is just too much to build up on your lid. You shouldn't have to do that much. Even with the less expensive palettes, I feel like if you're using a good enough base, you shouldn't have to do all of that. So as you guys can see here, I'm just loading up on it, and as I blend it out, it turns into this dark bluish color. I just didn't like it so far. So I wouldn't advise you guys to even purchase any shadows from this brand. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is go into a cut crease here. Hopefully that with me making a cut crease, the shadows will pop a little bit more here. And as I said previously, I thought that, this shadow had a nice pigments to it, but it definitely didn't. So when I did the cut crease, what I did was I went ahead and I added some gold, and I add a little of the turquoise blue to the outer V of my eye here, just to make my eyelids pop a little more. I have hooded eyes, so I have to cut crease them a certain type of way, and I also have to apply shadows to them a little differently than most. So right now I'm going into the foundation, and my first reflections of the foundation pretty much is I like the consistency. It is definitely full coverage. It is definitely a matte But sometimes a matte foundation will definitely have a little bit of shine to it. And I always use a little bit of powder. And today I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me powder just to take all the shine out and to put a little bit more color to my face because the color was a little bit bland to me. And now I am going in with this Wet and Wild highlighter here, which I've been wanting to try. And so far, my impressions of it at first, I didn't think that it would work too well, but so far it looks really nice. I really like the payoff. It is definitely supposed to be a rose gold kind of thing, and it is a really, really nice color. And I didn't have to really apply much. I'm just going to take my fan brush and just to get it a little bit more melted into my skin by just rubbing that fan brush up and down on the on the highlight here. So I've applied some to the bridge of my nose, my inner corners, and the top of my lip. And I'm going to just take that same fuchsia color, and I am going to just bring that into my waterline here. And I'm going to do that on both sides. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line my lips with this brown liner here. And as I said before, brown has been my go-to liner. I don't know why. To me, it kind of just offsets the lipsticks and it kind of make it a little bit ombre-ish to me. I'm going to add this NYX pink lipstick here, and it is a push lipstick, and it's also a matte lipstick as well. So it's kind of a cross in between like a matte and a actual lipstick. It's not shiny. It's more on the matte side, but it's really, really soft matte. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm sorry, guys, for lack of a better word. But yeah, I really like those lipsticks. They're really nice. They're really pigmented. They're really beautiful. And now I'm just going to take some LA Pro setting spray, and I am going to just set my face. My overall look, I really, really liked it. I just wish the shadows would have been more pigmented. The foundation, the Candid foundation, was a really good foundation to me. It was really full coverage. Now the concealers, on the other hand, they were definitely like negative for me, only because I am a more of a full coverage type of girl, and plus I also use my concealers as my base. So I didn't like the fact that, I had to apply the concealer on triple layers in order to get it to the consistency that I liked. Otherwise, I really like my overall look. The shadows, I do not like. Here is a glimpse of how it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, see you next time. Bye.